Good morning, this is Dwayne, and today I'd like to talk about how easy it is to find all the other chords once you know the major chords. The major chords, you ought to think of it as like home base, because once you know the major chords, all the major chords I think we've talked about, there's only 12 of them and I just played them in those few seconds right there. Once you learn those, then minor is really easy to find, diminished is easy to find, augmented is easy to find, sixth easy to find, seventh easy to find, major seventh easy to find. So let's take a look at why, okay? Let's say you memorize the 12 major chords. There's a C chord, okay? Now, wherever you play it on the keyboard, it's still the C chord. All those notes are C notes right here, okay? Because the C chord is made up of C, E, and G, all right? And the F chord is like that, F, A, C, G chord, G, B, D. The D chord has a black key in the middle. That's a D major. E major, it has a black key in the middle. A major has a black key in the middle. D flat is like an Oreo cookie, black on the outside, white on the inside. D flat. E flat is 2, it's an Oreo. A flat is 2, it's an Oreo. G flat is all black. B is white, black, black. And B flat is just the opposite, black, white, white. Black, white, black, 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 white, 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 black, black, black. Okay, so tunes have been built around that, by the way, about those two chords. Anyway, let's say you know those 12 major chords. Now I want to show you why it's so easy to find the rest, okay? If you know that's a major chord, to make any minor chord, all you do is lower the third. The third is 1, 2, 3, the third scale note, okay? So you lower the third a half step and you got C minor. Then you can play minor chords, that's F minor. Right? Okay, so you can make any major chord like F, you can make it minor by lowering the third. G major, G minor. D major, D minor. You saw I just lower the F sharp to F natural. E major, E minor. A major, A minor. D flat major, D flat minor. I'm lowering the third a half step, even though it's from white key to white key. Okay? E flat major, E flat minor. A flat major, A flat minor. G flat major, G flat minor. B major, B minor. B flat major, B flat minor. Okay? So you can easily find all the minor chords simply by lowering the third a half step. Okay? Now to make an augmented chord, what you do is you raise the fifth a half step. So that would be C major, and that's C augmented, isn't it? You're playing the same root in third, but you're changing the fifth to a half step higher. That's C augmented. F major, F augmented. G major, G augmented. D major, D augmented. E major, go up a half step from the fifth. That's E augmented. A major, A augmented. D flat major, D flat augmented. E flat major, E flat augmented. A flat major, A flat augmented. G flat major, G flat augmented. B major, B flat augmented. B flat major, B flat augmented. Okay? So there you have, let's see, there's 12 major chords and then 12 minor chords, that's 24, and then you have 12 augmented chords, so that's 36 so far. You know 36 chords already. Then to make a diminished triad, you lower the third and the fifth half step. Like this is C major, lower the third and the fifth, and that's C diminished. F diminished, lower the third and the fifth. G diminished, lower the third and the fifth, and so on. I won't go through all the chords, but you get the idea. Okay. So we've learned major, minor, augmented, and diminished. Now to make a sixth chord, you simply take the sixth note of the scale and add it to the major chord. So that's C6. So the sixth is the sixth note of the scale, which happens to be a whole step above G, not a half step, a whole step, okay? Because it's the sixth note of the C scale. You see that? So that's F major, F6, G major, G6, D major, D6, E major, E6, A major, A6, A flat, A6, D flat major, D flat 6, E flat major, E flat 6, A flat major, A flat 6, G flat major, G flat 6, B major, B6, B flat major, B6. Okay? So if you can find a 6, you can easily find a 7th. You go up a half step from the 6. So it's not the 7th note of the scale, it's a flat 7th note of the scale. So that C technically is known as a dominant 7th, but in pop music you just see it notated as C7. Okay? So that's C7th. What's F7th? What's G7th? What's D7th? What's E7th? A7th? D flat 7th? E flat 7th? A flat 7th? G flat 7th, sorry. B 7th? And B flat 7th. So a 6 is a whole step above the 5th. A 7th is a step and a half, isn't it? Above the 5th. And then finally you can learn a major 7th real easily because it's the 7th note of the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it's also, notice, it's just a half step below the root, an octave higher. So you just come down a half step from the root and you have it. That's C major 7th, F major 7th, G major 7th, D major 7th, E flat, E major 7th. I have small hands, I can barely reach that. A major 7th, D flat major 7th, E flat major 7th, A flat major 7th, G flat major 7th, B major 7th, and B flat major 7th. Okay, so it's very easy to learn those chords. You got 12 major, 12 minor, 12 augmented, 12 diminished, 12 6th, 12 7th, and 12 major 7th. Let's count the types. Major, 1, minor is 2, augmented is 3, diminished is 4, 6 is 5, 7, 8. 8 times 12 is, well, whatever it is, you can find it, right? Easily, just by that simple expedient of doing what I just did. So that allows you to use a lot of those sophisticated chords that you might not know otherwise as a major 7th. And all the complex chords after that are simply a matter of altering one or more notes of what we just went through. So, thanks for being with me. My point is to make sure you learn the major chords, because once you know the major chords, the other chords are very easy to find. And the more chords you know, the better, because you can make variety in your playing that way. Okay, thanks for being with me, and if you haven't already signed up for our free piano tips, be sure and do that. Go on over to playpiano.com and sign up. By the way, there's some videos there at playpiano.com after you sign up. Just toggle down a bit and you'll see a bunch of instructional videos. Okay, thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.